What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS on a Sunday evening as we get into another brand new release, which I'm very, very excited about. First of all, a massive shout out to all the new subscribers joining us here on the channel. Your support has been absolutely crazy over the last few weeks. The subs are going up at an incredible rate. We've just gone past 52,000. Absolutely crazy. Thank you to each and every one of you. Now, we're getting into this one today from Ayra, Starr, and Zinoleesky. It's the official refix of Lonely off the brand new 19 and Dangerous Deluxe album edition from Ayra Starr. This is the official visualizer, so I'm very excited to see how it sounds and how it kind of fits in with the rest of the album as well. As always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. Without further ado, let's get right into this one. See how it sounds.
Every night I dey cry, oh, just dey blame myself for loving you like I did. You like I did. I would like to know your plan, oh baby.
Instrumental-wise, this one's slightly different from what I'd expect to hear on an Ayra Starr tune. It has this, I don't know, this more sort of pop sort of centric feel to it. A lot of the drums, the melodies, they all have this much more sort of singer-songwriter, almost indie-esque feel to them. But it's cool. It's cool to see her kind of going down this direction, similar in a way to a lot of what CK does. It has that kind of, I suppose, more mainstream kind of indie appeal, and you can hear that within this. But again, you're hearing that delicacy from Ayra Starr's vocal right from the jump as well.
4 weeks of calling, you know they peak. You know they peak. Do you believe in us? Classy blend like gin and juice, made in heaven. That's me and you. That's me and you. Do you believe in trust, transparency, and
the catchy pre-hook?
I'm so lonely, I'm missing you.
This like pre-chorus section we're getting here definitely has I don't know, it has like a catchy factor about it. But do you believe in us? That little line there, very, very catchy. And again, it's an interesting blend. I'm just trying to get my head around the sort of style of instrumental this is. The drums as well have a very sort of natural, organic sound to them. Nothing sounds super processed. And even Ayra's vocal sounds quite natural as well. And you can hear that within the sort of natural fluctuations you get on her notation. Sounding cool.
I'm missing you. I'm lonely, baby boy, I am sorry.
I'm loving the use of that string line popping up as well. It's almost like an Irish fiddle in the background, but it's a synthesizer. Just kind of going like... just adding this extra kind of layer, texture, and almost accent onto what's going on as well. And I'm loving that we're getting this more and more now within this sort of, again, expansive realm of Afrobeats. We're getting more strings involved. We're getting more orchestration involved. And it just gives everything this kind of completely refreshing feel, which I love to hear.
Friends out there and I still feel lonely.
Let's go, Zino.
I just want to feel like you know me. Loving me back's what you owe me. Love you when you owe me. I talk about your day when I'm with my homies. Don't say you love me, show me. Put it on my body slowly.
Okay.
Be like I don't think, cause up my heart I stay.
Nice. This is an interesting direction again to hear from Zino. Like normally, with a Zinoleesky tune, I tend to find that he has kind of like not a specific style, but there's an area you would expect any new tune from him to kind of be in. And even though this is a feature, this feels like it's very far away from anything we've heard Zinoleesky on before, at least in recent times. Not that maybe I've missed a few things, but this sounds like a very new direction for him.
I feel like we need a break. Since when I don't know what you taste like. When I won't see you again, I see the best things when they see the worst in you. I have my trust in you. You know, I put my all in you. I was gonna bust to you. I'm lonely, baby girl, I am sorry. I'll be human being.
It's really cool hearing them double up for the chorus as well. Hearing both of their vocals intertwine and overlap for this chorus block definitely adds a new lease of life to the tune as well. I've always said this, I don't think chorus blocks should always sound the same. It's easy to do, and it's easy to kind of just make like a catchy hook. Not necessarily make a catchy hook, but it's easy to have a hook and then circulate your tune around it and not have to kind of add anything to it. I love it when you get hooks on collaborations where the second hook is almost like a harmonized version and the first hook is like a singular. I love that because it shows progression, it shows storytelling within the arrangement. It's a really cool outro as well. Just getting this very kind of, again, breathy, harmonized, almost choral backdrop of elements here. Getting a lot of different layers of that Ayra Starr vocal really poking through and giving it a sort of sense of sort of style and texture and all of these kind of buzzwords you can throw at it. But it definitely has a very kind of live feel. Like, it doesn't feel heavily processed. It doesn't feel super like digitized. This feels like this is a tune you could recreate in a live setting and it sound exactly the same, which isn't necessarily something we've heard that much of from Ayra so far. There's a few bits obviously on 19 and Dangerous that kind of lead towards that more acoustic sound, but this is almost like an acoustic sound but like upgraded, which is really cool to see. That little synth sound again. There we go then, the sounds of Ayra Starr and Zinoleesky, the Lonely Refix, one of the new additions to 19 and Dangerous alongside this new deluxe edition. Very, very interesting tune. This isn't necessarily the area I would have expected Ayra Starr to be going in. Obviously, she's just had Rush, and I feel that sort of sound that surrounds how Rush sounds. For me, that's like her now bread and butter. That sort of almost euphoric, kind of very digital sort of area of Afrobeats that she's kind of claiming as her own, and she does a fantastic job of it when she's in that sort of zone. So hearing her on this as a brand new release was interesting, but I think she did really, really well. We get to hear again those sort of natural delicacies of her vocal, the sort of natural fluctuations, and it worked really, really well. On top of that, if you then layer in the sort of additional elements alongside it, such as obviously those sort of string sounds in there, the kind of rolling bass line, which was actually quite minimal, you get a really nice sort of unique blend of sounds. And then of course Zinoleesky arriving on this, which is, again, so far from his normal comfort zone. I think he actually did a really good job. He arrived, sounded comfortable, again, added that sort of more electronic style vocal to the table, because it gave it a little bit of a switch up, and then obviously the chorus is going from singular to harmonized as well, worked really nicely. So, very cool tune. Big up Ayra Starr and Zinoleesky on this one. Do make sure you go and check out the 19 and Dangerous Deluxe Edition. A couple of absolute bangers on there. We've already reacted to the majority of the tracks on there, so yeah, I'm excited to see how this is received as the weeks go on. But there we go, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. Man, they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CUBREACTS TV. Stay locked.